Hello and welcome to Cute History. I'm your host, Donkey Lips, and today's tale is about Chief Hatuey. Chief Hatuey was a leader of an indigenous tribe in the Caribbean. They were free to eat, sleep, and mate as they saw fit. Life was simple, though not perfect. Conflict still arose, but the ultimate conflict was coming to them in the form of Spaniards. Dun dong. At first, the various tribes were open and welcoming. However, this was taken advantage of by the great explorers such as Christopher Columbus, who said in one of his writings, "They are destitute of arms which are entirely unknown to them, and for which they are not adapted, not on account of any bodily deformity, for they are well made, writing that the natives are fearful and timid, guileless and honest. Columbus declares that the land could easily be conquered by Spain, and the natives might become Christians, and inclined to love our king and queen and princes, and all the people of Spain." The method of doing this, of course, was to take hundreds of people against their will as slaves. Many were packed into ships and would die along the way, for they were treated the same as you would treat a sack of potatoes. Others were forced to find gold that was promised by Columbus to the ruling kingdoms. Many had their hands chopped off when they failed in this task. Both hands! All their life juice would flow out of them, and they would sleep and never wake up again. Other incidents included women smothering their babies to spare them the pain of the sweet release of death, throwing themselves overboard to drown rather than become slaves, mass self-ending actions throughout many tribes, if they didn't die of diseases introduced to them by the Spaniards in the first place. Chief Hatuey was one such leader who became aware of what the Spaniards were doing, and he did not like that very much. No. The murder, the forced insertions of their penises into the women, the pillaging and such. And so he came to his neighbors with a sack of trinkets containing the things they were really after, and said, "Here is their god. Useless golden nuggets and plastic Funko Pops, Beyblades and all. For these they fight and kill. For these they persecute us. That is why we have to throw them into the sea. They tell us, these tyrants, that they adore God of peace and equality, and yet they usurp our land and make us their slaves. They speak to us of an immortal soul, of their eternal rewards and punishments, and yet they rob our belongings, seduce our women, violate our daughters. Incapable of matching us in valor, these cowards cover themselves with iron that our weapons cannot break." Unfortunately, almost no one joined him. It was probably that bit about them wearing armor their weapons couldn't break. Doesn't really sell them on the chances of success, does it, kiddies? However, they still fought as best they could using guerrilla tactics. But it didn't matter how many guerrillas they threw at them. Ultimately, they were defeated, and Chief Hatuey was captured. Oh no! What will they do to him now?
We'll return after these messages.
Subscribe to the damn channel and share it around. I got a store for art and other creations of mine. Patreon to get some extra perks and also get a store discount. Paws Off gaming channel with a talking weasel. And Weird Source for cringe-free shit you love.
Back to the show.
To make an example out of him, they tied him to a stake surrounded by dry wood. A humble priest came to him and asked if he would accept the peace-loving, turn the other cheek, endlessly empathetic Jesus Christ, who once said to give the poor all your riches and feed the hungry. Example, Matthew 25:31 through 40, emphasizes the importance of providing for the needs of those who are hungry, thirsty, and in need of shelter, clothing, or assistance. This was to save Hatuey's soul so that he may go into heaven after the Christian Spaniards burned him to non-life. Chief Hatuey asked the priest if the Spaniards went to heaven. The priest said, "Well, of course, all who accept Jesus Christ get to go up in heaven and live forever together in one big gay celebration of God." Hatuey responded, "Then I'd rather go to hell, as I would not want to be in a place where I would see such cruel people. This is the name and honor that God and faith have earned." They then burned the ever-living snot out of Chief Hatuey in the name of the merciful Jesus Christ and the Spaniard conquest to spread modern civilization throughout the world. He has since been recognized and celebrated as Cuba's first national hero. They made a statue in his honor that reads, "To the memory of Chief Hatuey, unforgettable native, precursor of the Cuban liberty, who offered his life and glorified his rebellion in the martyrdom of the flames on 2/2/1512. Monuments Delegation of Yara, 1999. And there is a beer named after him now. So the lesson here is, if a superior force comes to turn your life upside down and into a living hell, fight like hell in return, and you might get a statue and beer named after you hundreds of years later. Wasn't that fun? Share this story with your friends and family if you liked it, or even if you didn't like it. Until next time, I'm Donkey Lips. Yeah! You later!